Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks in a large part to our support from the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much, Vancouver Film School. This rundown is dedicated to Jake O. First time he had ever watched the rundown yesterday, and he said, "We were excellent." Thank you, Jake. This rundown's all yours. The Marvel Cinematic Universe already has a talking raccoon in a tree, and now it's getting something it's been missing for years, a teleporting dog. Marvel and ABC have released the first trailer for Inhumans, their new TV series that will premiere first in IMAX theaters before beginning a run on network television. Like the Inhumans comics, the show focuses on a race of super powerful inhuman beings who have been hiding from the rest of humanity, only to come forward after some of them decide to go rogue and take over Earth. The main hero is Black Bolt, the head of the Inhumans, whose voice is so loud it can destroy a city, and the main villain is his brother Maximus. But all you really need to know is that the show will feature Lockjaw, a 2,000-pound dog with the ability to teleport himself and others. The feature-length pilot episode of Inhumans will hit IMAX theaters on September 1st and find its way to television on September 29th. The Nintendo Switch might finally be getting a long-awaited feature. Users may soon be able to transfer their save data from one system to the next. That's according to leaked developer documents that have appeared online. The documents, if they're real, show that Nintendo has begun informing third-party developers that they plan to implement a save data transfer system in the near future, so developers need to make sure their games support it. A precise timeline for when the feature might arrive hasn't been given, but hopefully it arrives soon. Save data transfer is something that Switch fans have been wanting ever since the system launched back in March. The way it is now, game progress is saved onto the Switch itself, not the game cartridges, so if you lose or break your system, all your game progress will be lost forever. At the time we're filming this, Nintendo hasn't made any official announcements on the matter, but we'll let you know when more details come in. Netflix is continuing their war against movie theaters with their biggest original film yet. The streaming giant has released the first full trailer for Death Note, an original film they produced based on the popular Japanese manga series of the same name. Like the manga, it tells the story of a high school boy who discovers a sinister book called Death Note, which allows you to kill anyone you want just by writing their name down. At first, he tries to use the book for good by only writing down the names of bad people, but the power soon goes to his head with disastrous consequences. Death Note has a production budget of $40 to $50 million, making it one of the biggest Netflix projects to date, and it's directed by Adam Wingard, who made popular horror movies like You're Next and The Guest. It will be available exclusively on Netflix starting August 25th. Netflix had originally tried to work out a theatrical distribution deal for their films. Their plan was to have their movies shown at theaters for a few weeks before being available to stream shortly thereafter, but many big theater chains fought back, wanting the usual 3-month exclusivity window that they get with traditional films. Netflix has now apparently decided to go it alone. They've been making more and more original movies and also buying the distribution rights to foreign films, so don't expect their battle with theaters to end anytime soon. If R2D2 is the droid you're looking for, it's going to cost you about $3 million. The movie memorabilia auction house Profiles in History has sold an original R2D2 prop for a record-breaking $2.76 million, making it one of the most expensive pieces of movie memorabilia in history. This isn't exactly one version of R2D2 though. According to Profiles in History, it's a single unit that was put together using parts from different versions of R2D2 that were made during the filming of the original trilogy. So it's not any of the one droids you've seen in the films. The Star Wars production department made several different R2D2 props during filming, some that could be radio controlled and others that house the late actor Kenny Baker, with different versions being used depending on the requirements of specific shots. Profiles in History hasn't revealed who bought their version of R2, and this isn't the only classic Star Wars memorabilia they sold. They also auctioned off Darth Vader's helmet from the original film, which went for $96,000, as well as Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Star Wars and Empire, which fetched $450,000. I guess that makes more sense than just randomly finding it in a wooden box somewhere for no good reason. All the money these items fetched at the auction is obviously a lot more than they cost to make in the first place, and speaks to the lasting impact and legacy that Star Wars has had. Another big LEGO game is being assembled this year. With LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 already set to land this November, LEGO and WB Games have announced another entry in the blocky franchise. The LEGO Ninjago movie video game, a new game based on the upcoming LEGO Ninjago movie, will snap into consoles and the PC on September 22nd, the same day the film hits theaters. Like the popular Ninjago toys and TV series, the new game and movie will focus on a team of blocky ninja warriors who take on bad guys using the ancient martial art of spin jitsu. The film uses the same animation style as the blockbuster LEGO movie and LEGO Batman movie. These LEGO movies and all of their tie-in merchandise like toys and video games have been insanely profitable, so don't expect to see them end anytime soon.
They've all got their quirks, you know?
And speaking of physical playthings being turned into video games, who doesn't love a good pinball video game? Zen Studios has announced Pinball FX 3, their latest digital pinball game. Following the success of their previous titles like Zen Pinball and Pinball FX 2, the studio says they want to make this one the ultimate pinball experience with a stronger emphasis on multiplayer than ever before. The game will revolve around online tournaments, user-created leagues, and multiplayer with friends. Players will also be able to import most, but not all, of their add-on purchases from previous Zen pinball games, with more details on what's being left out closer to launch. Pinball FX 3 will drop on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC this summer. How's this for a surprise? The new Jumanji movie looks like it might be good. Who knew? The first trailer has arrived for the reboot of the 1995 Robin Williams movie, this one starring The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Guardians of the Galaxy villain Karen Gillan. Unlike the original, which saw an old-fashioned board game come to life, this one will revolve around a video game that sucks its players into the primal and dangerous Jumanji jungle. When the first promo images for the film were released a few months ago, many were concerned by how the lead characters all look like silly action movie stereotypes, but it turns out that there's actually a clever reason for this. The lead actors are the avatars of the video game characters, which are being controlled by a group of high school students, so they're supposed to look silly and over the top.
Why am I wearing half a shirt and short shorts in the jungle?
I think we become the avatars we chose.
Makes sense, and that means you can expect plenty of body swap comedy.
I'm an overweight middle-aged man.
We'll get to find out if the new Jumanji is a winner or loser when it hits theaters in December. This isn't the only video game-inspired movie that The Rock has cooking. He'll next star in a big screen adaptation of the city-smashing Rampage games, which stomps theaters next year. That's it for the rundown today. To learn more about game design, visit our pals at VFS.edu. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new episode for you. In the meantime, check out some of the interviews I've been doing recently, and if you dig them, hit subscribe, okay?